Yes. Golf clap. Golf clap.
Lacked a little depth. Again,
Still counts.
Again, longevity, but same as last time.
We'll never forget that first burp.
It was some, like, just when I went back to the recording and hit play the first time and heard that, I was like, oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. But, like, within the first, like, second and a half.
And then we just, like... I think that was the same day we were all also having the old man voices.
Irritated everybody for a bit.
Well, I was gonna say to the point Dane was like, I love you guys, but we need to stop.
Stop
What
trying
do you
to...
mean we need to stop? What are you talking about? What did you say? We need to clap.
Prop! He said, don't touch his prop!
Oh! They want you to take the rolls.
Apparently there was an update or something, because my tablet is...
Ratwell.
Rude.
So wooed.
That's fine.
You didn't check? Rookie.
Well, I use these once everything's up and running to monitor and make sure
Yeah.
the stream's still going properly, so...
The day he was going to check, he played Helldivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, while we were debating on what to do, he was going to be playing Helldivers.
Oh, excuse me.
But if we are ready, can we go ahead with recapping everything?
Yes.
Oh god.
The
So
recap
excited.
of nothing that happened.
It's short.
It is short. Session 11-23-24. Wishes, witches, and what the fuck? That's your grandma? I came back from blipping. We shared a vision of my totally normal childhood. Red was touching the head jars, and we recognized the young face of Zybilna as Sue's daughter, Natasha. I turned us into fart clouds, and we made our way back to Zybilna, and Anna got horny with her. Yofina blipped back. Zybilna asked what our greatest desires were.
For you to dive.
We shared a vision of Anna's village raided by the Thundering Irons as Zybilna got inside her head and propositioned her.
Rude.
Zav offered to share the memory of losing Veers in hopes that Zybilna could help us. Anna and Zav had a staring contest, I guess. Then Zav motioned towards me. Are they gonna kill me? Zybilna 1v1 a Fomorian, which we all know what those are, right? Okay.
Yeah.
She went on to offer Red his memory back, totally filling his holes. Sue arrived and revealed herself as Baba Yaga. We learned that the Hag of Hags is Dahlia's foxy grandma.
Foxy.
Jesus.
Sue offered to restore Sue offered to restore Yofina with her pack. Yofina took the deal after speaking with Anna and gifting her something, I don't know. Yofina got the stone
Not important.
and joined her back in the ethereal plane. Her pack in the ethereal plane. Baba Yaga said we can crash on her couch going forward.
Yeah?
Kinda.
Anna and Baba Yaga rubbed their gashes. Then we rubbed gashes. Then Zav and Baba rubbed gashes. But Zav did not like the gash.
What?
Wait, Red. Let's just say Red, I believe. Did not like the gash.
Yeah.
But eventually, he caved and also rubbed gashes. Baba Yaga offered to help pull Veer's horn. I requested Baba Yaga's assistance in learning my mother's name, and after some mindfuckery, I remembered it. Lariel. Zav asked to see his parents and was able to send a message back to our favorite family. We had a slumber party, toasted to Veers, who Anna tried to pull forth, but realized it would take all of us. We made our way, having been invited into Zybilna's bedroom. She aided us in pulling Veers off of the time stream. Zybilna made Veers stiff, saying that he wasn't always a changeling, or is something more, a mystic who is able to wield the powers of dudemancy. Zybilna was confuzzled, as all dude mystics had pulled themselves off of the time stream and erased their presence in time. End of session.
You know
Wow.
it's Dunamancy, not Dudamancy. Okay, I just want to
Oh,
make
Dane is aware.
sure. Dane is aware.
Eric!
Not
I remember reading this in a book like 4 years ago. It's like, dude, that's why it stuck out to me. That's not 20. That's why it stuck out to you.
Dunamancy.
It's
Dude,
like,
I was in
gotta learn
troops
this.
that
There's
night,
my
man,
Nancy.
and everything just like made sense.
Oh my god, I love you guys.
So, last we left our heroes. They had taken to their room at the palace after a day of revitalations and revelations. Zybilna, Queen of Prismere, once Igwilv, the adopted daughter of Baba Yaga, the mother of all hags, has been revealed to originally be Natasha Tempest of Orth. Sue Harabax, the kindly innkeeper of the inn at the end of the road, revealed to be Baba Yaga herself. Her daughters, Babylona, Scavatha, and Endolin, revealed to be the mother of all hags evil from past, present, and future, split off and made manifest through a botched magical spell. Now reunited and all-powerful again. But seemingly holding on to her experience as Sue, with a desire to be better for her daughter and granddaughter, Dahlia Tempest, who had kept her identity as Zybilna's adopted daughter a secret from the rest of you, as she always has from others, as it could make her a target for those seeking to try and manipulate or control the powerful Archfey Queen of Prismere. Yofina's bag of tricks, discovered to be Baba Yaga's soul bag, having accidentally captured her own pack's spirits along with everyone else when she unleashed it within the town that had hunted them down. Yofina, in turn, agreeing to create a new warlock pact with Baba Yaga, was able to finally release the trapped spirits to the ethereal plane, and then was assisted in joining her pack there to hunt their killers across the ethereal planes for as long as she may, her body kept in stasis and protected here in Prismere by Zybilna, for if she ever wished to return. The small piece of Cutlass's remains, studied by Zybilna and Baba Yaga, were determined to be enough to allow the Fey Queen to create a cloned shell of Cutlass's body, which would hold stasis for up to 100 years, allowing a member of the Fates to cast a raise dead, reincarnation, or resurrection for Cutlass if his spirit ever became willing to return. Zybilna has set about preparing the spell, as it takes some 10 hours, but awaits the consent of the Fates for its final casting. Eric, with Zybilna's assistance, was able to press back into a memory as an infant and discover his mother's name, Lariel. Zoretic, revealed to have blocked out some portion of his own memory, not by magical means, but likely related to his PTSD flashbacks, is taking the night to decide if he will accept Zybilna's help to probe into his memories, the same way she did with Eric, to try and retrieve what had been lost. Anna, discovering that the group had the power to pull Veers to the present time, just as you all have been with the unicorn horn, unified the group with Zybilna to bring Veers into the present, allowing the Fey Queen to grasp within the stunned changeling and retrieve the unicorn horn that had been powering the strange dunamantic magics that have pushed Veers and the rest of the Fates into random jumps through time. For his own part, Veers is discovered by Zybilna to be a mystic, a forgotten group of magic users who created dunamancy and then used it to erase all record of themselves and their magic across time and planes. Veers himself seems just as shocked as anyone else at the revelation. Zybilna then used the unicorn horn to test sending Veers back a few days to the inn, delivering the finished frost brand sword to Anna and gauntlets to Zav.
That was only a few days ago?
Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah, you've only been in Prismere a week by your guys' time. She now believes she has gained enough understanding of the power and how to tune it for the required task she has set upon Anna before she will help in finding the Thundering Irons.
Lol, kill yourself.
Okay, Gale.
As you all settle into your room for a long rest, allowing Anna to prepare for tomorrow's task to bring back the innocent human child of the Thundering Irons she slew the night they betrayed her tribe and slaughtered her people.
Oh my god.
Silence befalls you all as you look back and forth from one another, overwhelmed at the weight of all that has occurred. Fates, the question now: who will be the first to speak?
Not it.
I literally can't talk, so.
The Office. I am declining to speak first.
The first to speak after what?
Everything just happened.
Yeah, you have all taken to your guest chambers here.
I'm gonna go over to the bed and pout. Or brood. Yes.
Well, now I don't want to.
I'm gonna walk over to Anne and be like, "Is everything all right?"
Because you know you're tall. Would you ask yourself that if you were told to essentially kill yourself from your past?
Yeah, that's a lot to think about.
You don't say.
She wants you to kill yourself. Veers approaches.
Oh, Veers is still with us. That's awesome.
So to speak. I don't know why I sound like Laysel there. So to speak. She wants me to go back in time and retrieve the child that I snuffed out all those years ago. And in order to do so, I have to be in the presence of both myself and the child in order to bring her here.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Just gonna look like,
Yeah.
however, so helpful. I just find it comical that a hag that was essentially destroying worlds for her own greed is beholden to a different standard than I was when I was merely a child. I don't buy it that neither of those hags haven't hurt a child in some way. Maybe not physically themselves, but I'm sure the ramifications of their actions surely killed many children. Yet I don't ask them to atone for their sins.
Not that I side with any kind of hag or anyone outside of our group, but perhaps the focus lies less on what's fair for them, but what's right for you.
What's right is subjective.
What's right is subjective, but that does bring the question, what is right for you?
You know the answer to that.
Then why are you so upset about the opportunity? This has eaten at you for years.
And yet she makes me relive it again.
To save her. To undo what you've done.
And what has she done to undo all the hurt that she has done? Did she go back to all of those worlds she ruined and bring back all the children she inflicted damage upon?
She can't. This isn't a power of hers. This is
Well, no,
apparently
she
a power.
has it.
She... Are you saying you'd like me to stay with her for however long it takes to use this power? For her to go back and fix all of her wrongs? Is that even... I don't even know if that's possible. Or how long it would take.
Seemed like it was a connection between us. I doubt she'd be able to use it to fix her wrongs.
So far, we've only been able to travel to times we've experienced.
I will do this task once. But I swear, if she makes me go through something like this again, there will be hell to pay. Hag or not, we've killed hags before.
She made you a bargain.
Doesn't really feel like one.
This is an archfey, though. They are rather beholden to their bargains.
My mind is made. Go away.
Veers will kind of back off. He's still getting his own bearings a little bit. Looking about the room, kind of feeling his way through the world again.
Feeling his way.
I thought it, but
I heard it and it came out.
From my mind
To my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
He'll actually walk over to Eric.
Saunter over.
Yeah, saunter over. Seems there's a lot of strange side effects to this connection that we've had. I've noticed you've been able to use the daggers to some extent.
Yes. And in that moment, I call forth, I guess, one of the daggers. If by any means you're unable to when I do this, I don't know if it's the same or if it's...
And he draws a dagger out as well. Doesn't seem to be the case. He releases it and it vanishes away. The strange thing is, and he extends his hand out toward one of the torches that are standing against the wall. And a firebolt emits from his hand to the torch.
It niece.
I missed.
Could you...
No. This is new.
I didn't think so.
So that's strange.
That is very peculiar. There must be something to this dunamancy intertwining. I would be interested in trying to find more research on this again.
If there's any to be found. If they've gotten so far to have destroyed texts of Zybilna's, they must be exceptionally thorough, maybe is the best way to put it. I've never heard of dunamancy or mystics before. It's the first time it's ever been mentioned to me. I had this strange... We thought it was a birth defect of some sort. As a changeling. Screaming from my mind to others. It forced my mother to go into hiding with me for the first 6 months of my life. Because, well, it's a little bit of a giveaway when everyone within 30 feet can hear you screaming in their mind.
Oh.
I'm sure that was hard.
It had to be very difficult for her, keeping near me, but having to persist through that as long as it went. Finally, I learned the first steps of how to shapeshift and how to change. I could give her relief for periods of time, and then shortly after I found how to maintain in my true changeling form indefinitely. I spent moments in that form from time to time just trying to understand it, but everything just feels entirely overwhelming in it. I thought maybe it was some kind of curse. Perhaps it still is, I don't know.
Curse with blessings.
We shall see. Zybilna seems to believe that they'll eventually come seeking me. We know nothing about them, or what that might mean.
So, does that mean that sometime in your past you were a part of this group, or can these characteristics be passed from one to another?
I don't know. I don't know if it's something that's genetic, that's been recessive in my family line, or if it's something that happened to my mother before I was born. If they've interacted with me at some point through these periods of time that traces back to my birth, or if it's something else entirely. I suppose maybe someday we'll have a chance to ask them, but
It appears so, if what Zybilna predicts comes true. Interesting. Well, if you need any assistance in learning how to harness some of that stuff, it is not always a walk in the park to begin with.
It is a strange sensation. I feel... And he kind of reaches out again, and he turns his hand over. And the same torch that he'd shot the firebolt at, which was actually knocked over in the process, a few moments later lifts up and is placed steady without... This is like 10 feet away from him on its own.
Now that is interesting. I don't believe I've ever done anything like that.
I know wizards and sorcerers have they call it mage hand. It feels similar to what I've heard described, but I don't know if this is from the connections with everyone, or...
We have seen a lot in a short amount of time. Wonders and trials that I would have never crossed my wildest dreams back in Faerun. Faerun? Are we also in Faerun? No, it's Asteria.
Asteria is the home plane.
Revelor.
I get pieces of everything you all have been through. They think they can recreate Cutlass's body.
Yes. Which has been a controversial topic, shall we say. I tend to believe that, as morbid as it may sound, having the ability to call upon our friend for help would be, I don't know, maybe I'm processing slowly, but I'm not ready to totally close that door yet myself. I've never had anything that close to a brother before.
What little I know of resurrection magics, the spirit has to be willing, and it sounds as though he is not at this time. But I tend to concur keeping options open can be a positive. I feel a little strange about the idea of leaving his body here. We could take it with us.
I got a hole.
They also mentioned the inn.
Oh.
I'm not sure if we can keep him there past the time that we can be in that space or not.
My concern with that would be how different is that from leaving it here? Not in terms of returning, but in the hands of... And I look over at Dahlia and try to lean in and whisper. In the hands of witches.
You all did make a blood pact with them.
That is true. For the tavern, that is true.
I mean, she said that we could only be there a short time. I don't know if that's because we all are living and have souls, and the fact that it would just be a dead, unanimated body makes it different, but that would be something we'd have to ask her to see if it would be capable of before we even think about doing it.
I wonder if there would be any way for her to cast the spell so that he became more as like a totem or a... I mean, we've seen them as statues around here before. That seems to be within her power. That way we don't have flesh that decays or...
Have some kind of word that uses to reanimate
Maybe
him to...
You're talking about turning our friend into a golem? Is that what you're suggesting?
No. Much more.
Like if we bring the body back, but then instead of it being a body, use magic to turn it into some kind of object that would then transform back once we use a specific word.
Yes, he hopefully would return as himself. But that way, it's a little more respectful than
just having a dead body
corpse.
Around.
I don't see how him being an object is any more respectful.
I just don't like the idea of the body.
I don't like the idea of any of that.
I feel like we just don't do it.
Surprised you're considering it at all, to be fair.
Well, this group is teaching me to try new things.
Including necromancy.
I never said we should do it. It's more of a if the decision between everyone comes and that's what's wanted.
I can't give up.
And there's still possibly a way for us to bring him back without the hacks. That's why we have the finger.
Is there?
I mean, yes. I'm pretty sure that's why I took the finger and why... I mean, I know there's clerics and other groups in our realm that would be able to possibly do it. Or take a great deal of magic.
I've heard clerics being able to restore someone, but not turn a finger into a body.
Well, this is, to be fair, this is a piece
by
of,
inch.
like 1 inch piece of his flesh. It's not like his finger.
Okay.
It's,
Okay.
but it was what was stored in the necklace. It's what He'd actually cut off, I think it was from his arm,
Mhm.
a piece of flesh from his arm and sent to the hag before.
Well, that's what she just
Most clerics won't consider it, and there's good reason for it.
What is that reason?
The dead stay dead. When there's nothing left. I'm sorry, but it is what it is, and I've lost a brother as well.
It's what Cutlass wanted. He didn't want us to bring him back, at least not right now. Even if it's a reanimation of his body, it seems... I don't even know the word. Not right.
Well, maybe I need clarification on this, but was it reanimation or was it just creating a body for us to a stasis body for us to have?
Creating a stasis body, yes.
So, is that bringing him back, or is
No,
that just
but
giving
it
us
gets
the
a
means
step closer if we desire to? I have to concede, it is odd to carry the dead with you.
Okay, here's a thought. If we accept this, we take him back home, we give him a proper burial. That way there is a body, and if 100 years pass and we decide not to resurrect him, he doesn't want it, that body decays and dies. But if for some reason he does want to come back, then we can dig up the body.
That's worse. You see how that's worse, right?
No, I don't, honestly.
Exhuming a dead body from its resting place in the grave is... No. That's unconscionable. If a body's at rest, it stays at rest.
Pierce kind of tilts his head a little bit. You seem to have strong feelings on this. Is this to do with your order or something more personal?
Does it matter? I'm a cleric of life. If one of you falls in battle, then absolutely, I'll do anything to bring you back, but that's in the moment. Or immediately after. This is not days and weeks and months and years after someone has been gone. It's... No.
Yet I don't hear any complaints about what I have to do. I have to bring a child back from my past who has been dead for over a decade. And I hear no qualms. Now, when it comes to one of our members, there's an issue.
That is an entirely separate pact
No,
you
it's
have
not.
made.
You don't get to have it both ways.
You ever think that I didn't say anything because anything that anybody says about your situation, you bite their head off when they try to be helpful to you? When they try to console you? It's happened twice now in the span of, 15 minutes?
I have my reasons.
I understand you do.
Do you?
It's not pleasant, having to relive that, no. To say the very least. I wouldn't want to do it either.
Not pleasant?
That's what I said, to say the very least. I wouldn't want to have to do it either. To be honest, I don't think it's right for her. I don't think it's a fair ask of her. But anytime anyone's tried to help you or comfort you, you've snapped at them, bit their head off, and pushed them away.
Because the last time I saw people asking for help from others, it has left to a genocide. Don't tell me that I need to be more open-minded when the last time it happened, everyone died. And as she shines in your head, you get a slight migraine.
Anna, what if it's not you that has to go?
She specifically required me.
I don't know that any other of us can go. It's her moment in time.
I had to feel every one of their deaths as a child. Every single mother, child, man, warrior.
Do you have better control of that ability to feel now that you're older? Can you block it?
Yes, I can. If I want.
I know if you go back and do this, you probably won't want to, but it might help if none of us are able to go in your stead.
I won't be in my body.
You'll still have your mind as you are today.
That
The knowledge you've gained.
That doesn't include any of the powers I have as druid. I don't know how this magic is going to work, but I doubt it's going to be in my favor.
What if we tested it on someone else? Had them go back to their past?
I think that's what she did with me. When I took the blade and the gauntlets to the two of you. All of our time skips to this point have been it's as though we're reliving that period, but without the knowledge. It's like we're there for the first time while it's happening, but when we come back, we remember it all.
Is that what happened this time for you?
When she sent me this time, it was like I wasn't fully there. There was some part of me there. But I think part of me stayed here as well.
I remember seeing you that night. I thought it was some intruder in the room. And yeah, that's exactly as you say. It's like a shadow, almost. Couldn't even tell it was you.
There was... He kind of struggles with it for a moment. It was less fully myself and more like a dream state that I had a task to do. Those motions I went through. But I don't know that I was 100% conscious for the full experience either. In that situation, I wasn't... While I've been jumping through time, it's also as though I've been with you the whole time. I think she pressed into that part of me that was there, and it solidified slightly more, but it was still not fully me. In this case, you are going back to a time where you fully existed. I don't know if you'll be entirely conscious or if you'll be going through the experience exactly as it happened, as we have for our other jumps.
I have a feeling this hag will make sure I feel every bit of it. To the tone.
She offered to share it with you.
going to stand up and exit and go to Zybilna's room.
Okay.
She offered to share physical pain of my present self, not the pain that I would experience in my past.
I'm sure she wasn't very specific about it. She only said the pain that you would experience. A lot of gray area in that.
Fair enough.
As you head down the hall and take the right, you come to the doorway to Zybilna's bedroom. Do you knock or?
Yeah, I'll do a knock.
FBI, open up!
There's a short pause. And then the door opens for you. She is standing there, though maybe about 5-10 feet back from the door. In a robe, but you can see some of the vestments and everything she's had on earlier still adorn her.
Am I disturbing you?
I'm set about some of the tasks facing us the next day, but I'm available.
May
You
I
wish to speak?
Yes, may I come in?
And she gestures.
Okay. Enter.
And the door closes behind you, softly.
You offered to help with the blockage in my memory.
I can attempt a very similar thing that I did for your other compatriot. I fear it may be somewhat more difficult for you.
I have an idea. I don't necessarily want you to help with the blockage. I want to do what Anna is possibly going to do. I want you to send me back to that moment where I was unable to help that town. I know that that's the reason why there's something blocking me. Maybe if I relive it, I can figure out why. And that way I can tell Anna what she can expect if she does it.
Zybilna considers this for a moment. I believe I can try to send you back to a period of time. Because you don't know what has happened, it will be difficult to pinpoint. Can you give me any details that you do remember?
Where are my notes? I believe the town might have been called Littleton.
Little town.
It's a quiet village.
This is supposed to be escape fantasy.
She's like, oh my god, can I get away from this for just a moment, please?
I believe there was a battle in that town. The village was burning. I was on a mission for the paladins. I can hear a woman's voice. I don't know if that's from there or not. I feel like you were there. I saw a vision of you recognizing me. There was a battle. I was repelling raiders.
I do recall you.
Something about children.
The time that I saw you and drew you to rescue the children
Was that different?
outside of Revelon. And she kind of closes her eyes for a moment, lifts her hand to her temple, and her brow furrows. Littleton, you said.
Yes.
I'm unable to see Littleton. That's very strange. know that I've been witness to the town before. She walks over to a table kind of by a dresser, draws a line in the air with her hand, and reaches, her hand disappears into seemingly nothingness, and pulls out a tome and sets it down on the desk in front of her. Rifles through the pages for a moment. I am not fully in control of the dunamantic magics at play here. Understanding that your jumps through time have been powered by the unicorn horn, I feel confident that I can adjust the output of power from that to trigger jumps to particular periods of time. But I need to know the time that it would be going to. You traveled to Littleton. This would have been after the battles in Revelar. She kind of flips through.
I just remember it was a small village. Women and children being burned alive. Also something about a white feather. But that's all.
Jeez. The white feather seems to confuse her further.
Well, shit.
Forrest Gump theme intensifies.
Could Veers help? The mystic.
He seems to know almost less about the dunamancy at play than the rest of you. Caught up in it as a surprise almost. I know the time in your world would have been sometime between the years of 1306 and 1308. But I would need to narrow that period slightly to know how much power to press into.
I don't have any years on my memory stuff. This is all your fault.
So it's your fault.
You do know 1308 was the year that you left to go. So this is 1308 was at some point after everything. You left to investigate demons.
Gotcha.
And to your knowledge now, that was the point that Asteria knows you having basically vanished.
Gotcha. It wouldn't be 1308. Probably more 1307 or 6.
1306 was when so the attacks occurred. So whatever happened to you likely happened in 1307.
Oh, he's typing stuff. What does that mean?
It's never good.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't get until 5.
I'm trying to help you. I'm sorry.
Fine.
He's talking about over there.
Huh?
He's talking about over there. Secret conversations.
We're joking about what's going on.
Oh.
We're trying to remind each other, hey, we still good. In the club, we all fail.
The clear.
I may be able to send you closer to the time if we were to delve into your memories to some extent. Without narrowing to at least
That was a really
a
dumb
month.
word, and I did not like it.
If I permitted you to try and help me similar to that of Eric, would the two combined help you?
I don't know what we will uncover, but if there is information to be had there, we could narrow and then make an attempt.
Alright. Let's do it.
She kind of looks back and forth. Do you wish your compatriots to be here for this?
No.
Okay, fine.
Probably for the best.
See how
She
it is.
waves her hand and a chair kind of draws over
Mhm.
for your comfort.
Alright, sit down.
Sit down, relax, and enjoy. That help you does it for a long time.
She presses a hand to her temple and reaches toward the side of your head. And you can feel the press of this mind read enter you, and it flashes through various moments in your mind when you're pull up your
Pull up the backstory that I don't know all of.
pull up some of your details here. So there are flashes for you, the house ablaze,
Mhm.
the imps in the town, the people screaming. You find yourself momentarily in the inn with Zybilna talking. And it's like you're sort of being rushed through various memories in your mind. And the focus is on Zybilna asking you to stay to protect the Duke. And then flashes back to the town. And then you feel the first bit of pressure as she pushes up against the block in your mind. Make a wisdom save for me, please.
He's a paladin, it's fine.
I envy people who can do that.
I can't crack my back.
Oh, cracking back is easy.
Never been able to do it.
25.
But you flash
Told you, paladin.
earlier from before that you were with Zybilna in the inn. Not long after you were defending off the raiders in the town, there was another mission you were on, a rescue of a town in siege. The Paladin Corps made very quick and easy work of the siege, and it flashes through your mind in an instant. But afterwards, you remember meeting a young woman. And there are bits and images of a whirlwind romance
Okay.
between the two of you. And she keeps pressing into this memory, trying to connect to this person. Make another wisdom save for me.
Y'all are very distracting.
Yeah, guys, keep it down, please.
4 plus 15.
15. There's a shearing pain in your mind.
$25 damage.
Oh, yeah.
He's a tank.
It's true. He's beefy.
15 points
Yeah,
of psychic damage.
not as bad. That's fine. Dice, you go over there. You weren't bad.
And she has to push back a little bit from the memory. But you still see the face of this woman floating through as you're talking to Cybermore. And it connects for you, the mention of Elisande. And you connect that Cybermore knew there was some kind of connection between the two of you. And you hear Zybilna in your mind. Are you okay to keep going?
Do it.
And she presses again. Make another wisdom save. Make another wisdom save, please.
Okay. We're gonna use this dice.
I'm stressed.
28.
28. There's pain and pressure, but no damage as you finally press through this barrier to a wedding ceremony in the woods. With only you and Elisande and a minister alone. The ring that you had seen in your visions before is what you have placed on her hand.
You sick bastard.
Gotcha.
You kept the romance and the marriage a secret because the Paladin Corps are often targets, and you didn't want to put her at risk. She presses further into your connection to Elisande. Make another wisdom save.
18.
Could be worse. Stop it!
Sir!
Good sound.
No!
Too many dice.
I will take that number, but can you hand that back to me? Thanks.
Good thing I can't read.
I'm
trying to be nice.
Can't read.
15. That was actually a pretty low roll for those.
Yeah. That sounded like it could have been a lot worse.
That could have been a lot worse.
Could have been worse.
I'm still doing fine, guys. It's alright.
There's something about this memory and this connection to this woman that you're still trying to force away. Something you're scared of.
The music changed.
I think it's the same music.
It's different.
That's the same music.
Oh. Maybe.
Can you hear Zybilna's voice again? Do you want to keep pressing?
Until I'm dead.
Good God, sir!
Make another wisdom save.
Natural 20.
Yay!
Ow, I hurt my ears.
Zybilna asked him if he
I
wanted to
took a
keep going, and he
one-hearing
said,
damage.
"Until I'm dead."
Wow.
Yeah, that's why we're like, "Good God, sir!" Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, smart.
Abort dip.
You flash forward in
Yeah,
time a
dip.
little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and you are visiting Elisande in Littleton. You've returned from another mission that you had been sent on,
Mm-hmm.
and had returned to your home, and she was light and kind of giddy this day, but also acting kind of coy. You sit down.
She's fucking pregnant.
You sit down to a meal together. And during the meal, yes, she tells you that she's pregnant. And you immediately go out and purchase a baby blanket.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wait.
Oh my God.
Turn this into a red wedding.
It's too happy right now.
It's too
Make another wisdom save, please.
No one can be happy.
No one can live happily ever after.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
There's a reason he has a block.
Try this one. Oh, another natural 20.
Sick.
Let's go.
Dude, nice rolls.
Well, after inspiration. the other one was a 4. So.
Yeah. That was a good choice. So
It's so good. Oh, nice.
the memories of your connection and your romance with Elisande fill more and more into your mind. And in the meeting with Sagramore, the request to keep in Revelor and to protect the Duke.
Mm-hmm.
And you recall Sagramore's return. And you're leaving to Littleton.
Okay.
When you come across the town, it is ablaze.
No, dude, why?
What did you say?
The town's on fire.
Oh.
And the connection from your flashbacks in this moment start filling in all of the pieces.
Uh-oh.
As you rush through the town and find your and Elisande's home also deeply, deeply ablaze. And you break down the door and enter, scorching your wings. And you make it through to the back rooms. But her body is already ash.
No!
I told
you! Why? No!
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
And the blanket next to her
Mm-hmm.
was half caught ablaze. And you take that in your hands. And
Swear to God.
in blind grief and fury and rage, step through the house back to the central area and collapse to your knees. All of the house falling apart around you. The fire catching your wings, scorching you away. The blanket finishes burning and turns to ash and soot in your hands. And you walk from the house as it falls to pieces behind you. And basically go on a rampage through the town, killing the various imps and other devils that had laid siege to the town. I'm not going to have you roll on the last one here because you did 2 natural 20s here, so I'm going to go ahead and roll that forward as well, because that's impressive. As you come back out of all of the memories and piece together the life that you had and lost, you remember that there's a letter that was hidden within your old armor, which I believe you've left in the hole.
Yeah.
You've carried it with you, but you'd forgotten that it's there.
I thought you were gonna bring an actual letter out, and I was gonna be like, motherfucker.
That'd
Well,
be some extra shit, right?
He hasn't gotten it yet.
Are you serious?
Thank you.
I dare say that's probably not something you'd want to go back to and relive.
Oh, hello? Oh, that's a charger.
Well, no.
I'm sorry.
Will you excuse me?
Of course. And she waves her hand, the door opens.
I run back, clink, 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 clink,
Clink, clink,
to our room.
And I will also say, because of the connection with everyone, not the full story, but pieces, little images have come to all of you as you've had the argument, the ongoing argument that you had in the other room, realizing that Zoretic had left. You get little pieces, flashes of a wedding, the face, beautiful face of a woman, a baby blanket, the fire.
It was a baby.
The baby had not been born.
Unborn baby.
Yeah.
That makes it worse.
That's worse. You see how that's
You do see how that's worse, right?
Eric.
And a few moments later, Zoretic comes crashing through the door back into the room.
Eric, hole now.
I tossed in the hole.
Jesus
I would have
Christ.
left. Eric's like, okay, damn.
Just drops his shroud.
Jeez, that's all it
That's
takes.
what I'm gonna go.
I at least thought you want some dinner first or something.
I jump down in the hole to rummage around and find my old armor and pull out the letter, and then I get back out of the hole and I toss the hole back to thank you.
Mother.
Oh, he does that.
Oh god.
Please read this out loud.
Okay.
Oh, it's fancy.
Oh!
We waited and bated breath.
Read it out loud.
It's hard, okay?
It's kind of a cursive font, so
No, not that.
Oh, it's emotionally hard.
It's emotionally hard. Zaretic, how could you allow Sagarmore to find out about us? Didn't we agree that secrecy was paramount for our safety? There are far too many that might target the family of the Paladin Corps for leverage or revenge. I fear that you may have put myself and our unborn child in danger. While I know he is a treasured friend of yours, Sagarmore should not have asked you to stay behind for the Duke when you have pressing responsibilities here. You were the one that pushed the boundaries to gain knowledge from other planes. We don't know who or what may all be opposed to the new magic we are weaving here. We have almost completed the rituals, but we require your protection now more than ever. Please don't abandon us. I'll never forgive you if something were to happen and you weren't there. Elisand.
So,
Don't you dare say that's where we take our break.
Oh.
all of the rest of you, there was, as Zoretic came rushing into the room, demanded the whole, drew out his armor, and pulled this letter from it. He then froze, and he is standing there, holding the letter still unopened.
Huh?
You see Zoretic standing there, holding the letter unopened in front of him.
Did we not... Was the letter for our out of character? I'm so confused right now.
You have a sense that there's 1,000 words and guilt and concerns rushing through his mind as he stares at this unopened letter. But he is holding it in his hands, not moving.
None of us heard the letter, or did we...
You've not heard the letter. You've not...
Oh.
And he has not opened it, and he is not reading it.
So that was for just our out of character info. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not trying to be pedantic. I'm just confused.
He's basically standing there, frozen, holding this unopened letter.
Okay.
Is that important?
He doesn't respond. He's just standing still.
Red?
It's like he doesn't hear you.
It's erratic.
He still doesn't respond.
Paladin.
Stop.
Zybilna must have opened his mind.
I know that face.
What is,
Not responding.
you know? What do you know?
He and I are not so different.
So this has happened to him before. How did you break him out of it?
Did?
No, I'm saying like he and I are not so different as far as the look on his face.
But this happened before, and you broke him out of it.
Oh,
It did?
mentally she's gonna just say,
And you can feel he's there, but he's not responded yet.
What do you mean this happened before? When?
back when we were trying to get to the air balloon. He saw a hut and was frozen by it.
I might have not been here for that.
And you did something.
I mentally told him snap out of it.
You mentally said something, you did something. None of you have done this yet.
That's all I literally did was just tell him snap out of it in his mind to break him of it. But
God damn it, Dane.
fucking damn it, Dane.
It says here he did actually see a hut on fire that was not there.
Mhm.
Anna snapped him out of it.
God damn it,
That's all I
Dane.
said.
It is all you said. But you did something.
Did you heat metal me or something?
No, nothing,
Not that time.
Nothing hurtful,
Oh.
but there was contact. None of you have touched him.
I'm gonna walk over.
She takes out her axe and just like.
Kung.
And you do snap out of it, holding this letter in front of you still, unopened.
What the fuck?
Okay.
What the
Fake
fuck?
letter! Fake letter! Oh!
Bitch.
You are... Fucker.
My dearest Red, it surprises me that Sagamore was able to read you like a book. He's been your friend and confidant for many years. I know how it pained you to try and keep the secret from him when we eloped, but it makes it even more evident what a loving, heartfelt friend he is, that he immediately understood our need for secrecy and wants to support us however he can. It also makes it clear that he would never have asked you to stay to protect the Duke while he was sent away on a mission unless he felt it was absolutely critical. If Sagamore believes there to be so few that he can trust, then you absolutely must accept his request and remain by the Duke's side until he can return. Don't fret over us. The other mages and myself are on the verge of resolving the final equations of the abyssal magic you discovered. Our soon-to-be little one will be protected in ways no other Asterian has ever imagined possible, all thanks to the bravery and ingenuity of my loving husband. Remind me to thank him properly when he is able to return to my side. Wait, what?
She's being coy with him.
Okay.
She's being flirtatious.
Oh, okay. Eagerly awaiting your return, Elisand.
You motherfucker.
The first letter was a manifestation of your guilt.
Oh.
Damn.
You think that she had blamed you for what had happened.
Gotcha.
And you felt the guilt of not being there to protect her.
God damn.
But she is the one who told you to stay and to protect the Duke.
Yeah, it was.
feel like there should be more to it. Like Sagramore betrayed me or something.
You all right?
No, but I will be.
And that's where we'll take our break.
Fuck you.
Well, I mean,
You need to try the dip.
yes,
Yeah,
before
which-
it goes
which-
away.
which-
Which dip?
There's dip in the
The,
kitchen.
the Dunkaroo dip.
Oh yeah, I've had a lot of it.
Oh,
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We thought you hadn't had any. I'm like, dude, it's
No,
almost gone.
yeah.
We
Yeah,
stayed
it's
off.
like, it's...
No, I had like a whole
Oh,
plate.
glad you guys
Can you
like
send me that
Oh.
recipe, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I got the idea to dip some and put on my
Excuse
plate
me.
because I saw him do it to like 8 of them. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna do that.
And then that's where I got the idea.
So you can thank
Thanks.
Yeah, thank him for that. Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Nothing
Okay.
He was right
You
next
saw
to
who's in the show right now.
Fuck!
Back to the. Let's get back to the
What
trauma.
the fuck is going on? Yeah. I'm turning.
That video. I feel so bad for laughing at it every time, but it's so fucking funny.
That's how I know if there's a hell I'm going first class.
What the fuck is going on?
Just running. And the first thought I had is like, what if he sees this? I'm like, he
I
can't.
can't.
So,
It was a joke. It was a joke.
yeah.
Is it a joke?
No.
It was funny.
So,
Okay.
Zredek.
Yes.
It does all make sense to you now. The woman that you've seen in your visions, the woman who came and visited you in Yon, where the barriers are thin between life and death, was not your goddess, but was your wife.
So
The
you
one
got
who
us.
was telling you to wake up. The feather was from the loss. It was visions of the loss of your wings from that event. And more comes back to you that you had discovered through your connections and dealings across the plains, you had come into possession of some magics that would be able to protect whole towns or cities. But these ancient magics were not yet fully deciphered. And Elisande herself was actually a rather skilled mage who began working on this and then drew in the skills of other mages nearby to Littleton. And that's what they were working on. What is strange to you, now that you have your memories back, is knowing that the creatures that had attacked Littleton were not from the abyss. They were not demons, they were devils. So they were creatures from the Nine Hells. This is likely where your guilt came from, that you think your actions of bringing back this magic is what drew the attention of the devils to try to obtain it. And unrealizing that you had put them at risk.
I'm sorry, everyone. I believe I owe you all a story. As we've shared these visions of our past, in an effort to help Anna, I went to see if I could relive the worst moment in my life. Zybilna said that with the block in my mind, she couldn't really do that with all certainty, so I said, let's try and do both. Let's fix the block so that I can then relive it to make sure that Anna would be safe and going. In fixing the block, I found I didn't need to go back. I thought that I had failed at protecting a town, people, which is partially true, in protecting the Duke and staying at the behest of one of my order. The town where I lived was attacked and my wife and unborn child were murdered. I pushed myself into my work and somehow blocked it from my memory. So, I don't know if that helps you, Anna, but I feel like we can trust Zybilna for whatever it's worth.
You didn't have to do that, you know.
But I wanted to.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I tried to get out as quietly as possible.
Yeah.
Hero.
Oh, really?
Oh, we're fighting.
Oh boy. They've done this 3 times today.
I'm the best. No, I'm
Also,
the best.
the very beginning of the real note.
Yeah.
I think the very first line, she was not surprised that Sagramore. I may have miswritten it.
Oh, it surprises me not, comma.
Yes.
That.
Yeah, surprises me not that. So he's able to read you because he is your good friend. She was basically saying this is unsurprising that he's gotten it, but just to try to make sure that she's painted in sort of the best light in the letter there.
Yeah, it kind of came off like you freaking idiot.
You dumbass.
You
Yeah,
stupid ass.
Stupid ass.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry.
I'm gonna lie down.
Just kind of looks to the group. Shall we keep a watch tonight just to be safe?
Fine by me.
Not a bad idea.
Zerek, why don't you have a rest?
I'll try. See if I get any sleep tonight.
I'll take the watch with him.
2-4, not 2-3.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So does that mean last
Okay.
watch then?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you two will take the third watch. Veers volunteers for first watch. What would the rest of you like to take? There's one more spot on first and then 2 on
I
second.
can take first watch.
Okay, so we'll share first
Second it
watch.
is. You and Veers.
Okay. So let me get my. I have not played with my character stats forever.
What are stat blocks?
Yeah. Yeah, there. Okay. So we can either both roll perception or one of us can roll with advantage. I have perception. I have a plus 11 to my perception.
9 plus 6.
Rogues.
Mystics can see beyond space and time.
So we roll for perception.
So yeah.
The door can see into your
29.
mind.
Jesus.
Roll a natural 18.
Huh?
I rolled a natural 18. So the rest of you, go ahead and begin your rest. As Veers and Dahlia stay up. So you've lived here your entire life, everything you can remember.
Pretty much.
I'll be honest, it is strange. Hags and witches and all of the history and power, but it does seem as though she intends good.
She does, for as long as I can remember. I've actually never seen an evil side to Zybilna. Nor have I Sue, or as you all know, his father. But I do know about the hags as far as being the evil parts of her.
There's old tales of Baba Yaga from my world, but hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And then nothing. I assume that whatever change she went about must have happened sometime long ago. And I don't know how long Zybilna has existed, but there have definitely been rumors of her for quite some time as well, so whatever change has occurred for both of them seems to have occurred much in the past. I never imagined that I would be the catalyst to this jumping through time. I thought it was the magic of the hags themselves. This has been a very strange adventure.
It has for me as well.
What is next for you?
I'm unsure. I have been assisting Zybilna for as long as I can remember. I'm not sure if I'll continue to do so or if I will go my own way. I'm sure there are other things Zybilna needs my help for, so I'm sure my task is not finished.
Mothers are often reluctant to let their children out into the world, but it always has to happen at some point.
It will. I would be interested to see what Dahlia is like a little bit longer before I take her. Especially with her powers returning. I want to ensure that she is going to stay good versus going back to her evil ways.
It seems as though she's been trying to be good for some time, but almost got impatient and split off her powers. I suppose I can understand if you could remove the bad thoughts from yourself. Never really considered it as a possibility. But to then have those become manifest into beings of evil themselves was, I'm sure, not her intent.
Not at all. Definitely did not like them coming here, that's for sure.
It is a wondrous palace, but I can also see how it could become stifling after a time.
It is. And I don't even know what all the rooms contain.
Well, and he kind of looks down at the floors of the room that you're in. It seems as though they adjust themselves to what's needed, because the room you're in, you can tell that a wall has been dropped and things have rearranged magically to combine the two. So I imagine a lot of the palace rearranges itself regularly, so...
It does. So as you know, we do house many different types of people with requests for Zybilna. So the palace does need to adjust.
You believe her intent for this child, that, and he kind of fumbles over his words for a moment. I don't believe what happened with Anna was her fault. She was a child, and her entire clan had been murdered in front of her. I know it has pained her for many, many years. I think it would be a good thing if it is something she can correct. But do you think Zybilna is genuine in wanting to bring this child back to save her?
I do believe she's being genuine. I think she understands the pain Anna has gone through. I don't think she would just send her on this just because to prove a point.
I hope that you're right. And search concludes without incident. We go to Wake Zav and Eric.
It's still weird seeing you here.
It's a little weird being here.
But it's good weird.
Yes.
It's still weird.
Definitely good weird, yes.
Morning.
Oh, is it?
I don't know.
Who knows? Take a look at your mom's necklace one more time.
Absolutely.
Or at least hopefully just one more time.
One more time.
We're gonna celebrate. Do you have the perception rolls first?
Yeah, go ahead and do those.
As we're doing all of that.
I'm gonna help you because you have the better perception.
Okay. Okay. 21.
Is it with advantage?
No. 21.
Cool. So you're gonna check the necklace?
Yep.
Hopefully it's the last time. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. It's
Well, I wasn't sure what number it quite rolled on.
PC 11.
Uh-huh.
Arcana, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Yay!
Oh, that's when I go on Tuesday too.
Ugh.
No!
I got it.
Oh, I was gonna be so sad. I have a 17.
And a 13.
Yes! We did it! Only took us 2 fucking years.
Yeah.
Hey, it took you a week.
Yes, ma'am.
1 week.
One long
As you work together and recalling the memories that you had pressed into from your infancy and seeing your mother using the necklace and remembering back and hearkening to the time in the valley where you had to fight Cutlass and you heard her voice momentarily speak to you about how to work with it. All of the time you've spent with Zav, suddenly pieces begin to click to you. And the arcane symbols that are etched into little pieces around the necklace unlocks. And you believe you come to an understanding of how you can utilize different beads from the necklace to do different things. And the necklace should have a sort of unlocked state in its description. It's now available to you.
Let's see.
Awakened.
Yeah, awakened state.
Random. You may choose this. Instead of pulling a bead and getting the spell at random, you may choose the spell per the following requirements. 1 bead cost. Cast one of the following: Bless, Branding Smite, Lesser Restoration, or 2nd level Cure Wounds. 2 bead cost. Cast Greater Restoration. And 3 bead cost. Cast Wind Walk.
Hell yeah. Nice. Extra healing, always good.
And so I always have 3 beads at a time.
So yeah, 3 beads per day.
Yep.
And you can use those as you see fit. So if you use all 3, say for one walk, that is it for the day.
Yes.
If you use 1 bead for like bless, you could do that 3 times.
Hell yeah.
This necklace will do things now.
Yeah, he was always doing things. But...
Yes. I like the idea of the randomness. God damn. Wow. This is huge. By the way, I meant no disrespect to our friend in talking about the ability to potentially bring him back.
I didn't think you did.
And nor to you or your beliefs?
No, I didn't think you did. I would like to think I know you a little bit better than that. Veers may have been right when he said it was potentially a little more personal than I was letting on. That said, my mind's not changed. I don't like the idea of dragging a dead child back through time to restore her. I don't like the idea of reanimating a clone. I especially don't like the idea of exhuming a body.
You're bringing back the child that was killed, and that child turns out to be Dahlia.
I hear you.
But please don't take that for
Like somehow
not
brought
also
back at
missing
like the
a
same
friend.
time and place that it
Or not
happened, so
wanting to
that the
remember.
years for that child grow just as you were growing, and so it ends up being that she's Dahlia.
Do you have
Sorry, that's just a thought.
beliefs on what happens after we die?
Many. Whether those beliefs are correct or not is another matter entirely.
What if he ever did want to come back?
Mm.
I don't know. It's not usually my area of expertise.
Nor mine. I don't pretend to dabble in necromancy. Sometimes I feel the right thing to do is not the easiest thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's even harder to decipher what the right thing is.
No, you're not wrong. And sometimes doing the right thing feels wrong in the moment, or feels shitty.
This world is not as black and white as I once thought it was.
No. No, it is not. It wasn't so long ago I saw it that way myself. You know, the right prevail and the evil get vanquished and everything balances out in the end, but you can bring justice and it still doesn't change a thing.
But you've got to try.
Oh, I don't regret the justice bringing.
Would you like some wine?
Maybe just before. Once the watch is closer to ending.
I pop on those.
So as you reach for the bottle from your bag, right about this time, you start hearing a loud clang, clang from down in the direction of the sort of ballroom open area where Zybilna had been frozen with the cauldron. And you hear a voice. Zybilna, get down here. Face me. I know who you are. Just additional clanging and clanging. The rest of the group begins to wake. It's a loud noise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Dahlia, as you're waking up and sort of startled out, for a split second you feel like you hear a voice near you, that says, "Soon." You're unsure of where it came from or what that was.
What? What in the fuckery?
What the Jesus Christ was that?
What the fuck was that?
Do we still get our long rest?
You have not completed full long
It's
long
not
rest
been
yet.
completed. Yeah, don't do your long rest.
I'll stay quiet.
It'll go away.
And the clanging continues
I don't
more and more and more. Get down here!
Let's go sneak and see who it is.
They might be more
Fuck
powerful
that, I
than
need some
us.
rest. This
Oh,
bitch is...
That's why I'm saying let's sneak and see who it is.
It's gonna do shit.
Isabella's still in her room.
Last you knew, she was at
I
her
would
room.
imagine so. That's where I left her.
You might
So
wait a
what-
tick and see.
Are you sneaking down?
I'm gonna get up. Wait here. Go to Zybilna's room.
Wait, what are you doing?
Right outside the Alphonse!
Hi, Alphonse.
You little shit. I saw that little paw reach up.
Uh-huh.
Are you?
I heard the rustling and like, that's a cat.
Are you being
I'm gonna just be outside the door. And
To Zybilna's room?
mm-hmm.
You approach Zybilna's room. You're in spider form?
No,
Or, okay, you're just sneaking down. Roll a stealth for me.
I wasn't sneaking.
Oh, you're not sneaking. Okay.
No.
So you walk down to a room.
Outside the door. And mentally say, "It seems you have a visitor downstairs." And see if she can hear it or if the door is magically blocking off any supernatural.
You are unsure if she has heard you, and there is no response that you can tell. You also cannot seem to hear anything past the door.
Would you allow me for flavor to wild shape my arm into a gorilla's hand and just pound on the door?
Yeah. Basically, what you do is you're using your wild shape, but you're dropping it so immediately to just do the momentary for the arm. But it does still cost you the wild shape charge. But yeah,
I think that was my last wild shape.
you do.
I hope it was worth it.
Nope,
Yeah.
I still have one more left.
Oh, good.
You do slam on the door. There is not a response.
Can I see if there's
There's
a little...
more clanging beneath you. You could tell it seems like metal on metal.
Megatron.
Have like steel on iron kind of sound.
Is there like a little opening, like you know how some doors have just a little space from the door to the floor? Is there any space in there?
You can see a little space, but there's a pressure at that.
So it's probably sealed.
Roll a perception check for me.
Ooh. 9.
You pick another voice beneath you. Forget this foolishness. We cannot be part of this. It will not work.
Can I... How far down is it? Can I get a sense of how far down it is?
Having walked past it, you can tell the sound is coming up through the spiral staircase that leads down to where the Jadwalk had been, where the cauldron was, where you had unfrozen Dahlia.
And so that's right down the staircase and to the right, you said?
I like
Any of the rest of you doing anything? Or
I'm going to wild shape, my last wild shape,
Okay.
into a fly.
Okay.
I'll wait to see what Anna says from investigating.
And I'm just gonna...
Are you all waiting in the room, or are you
I don't know
coming
why I'm
out to
making
like leave?
mosquito noises.
I'll peek out just to watch for her return or anybody.
You see just... And then just like this little tiny fly, and it's like, okay, she's investigating.
So yeah, you see Anna turn into a fly, kind of like buzz down toward the staircase. since you said you stuck your head out, roll a perception for me as well.
Okie dokie, what's my perception? I get a +1.
Woo!
13.
13. You are able to hear Elkhorn.
Oh.
Son, this isn't the thing. This isn't the fight for us. Stop this.
They want to kill Igbel.
What? Why?
Because they think that Igbel is part of the Evil League. The Malevolence, right?
I wouldn't think so. Because they were talking
They
to
were
Zybilna.
coming to see her.
Guys, I hear Elkhorn talking to somebody. See, they seem to be having an argument.
That's why I'm invested.
So
Probably trying
you
to
go
stop
down
them.
the steps.
Elkhorn? I rush.
So
You can leave him downstairs. Make him away downstairs, flying fast. I'm a fly now. Go fuck yourself.
Work is all this.
okay. So as you come into the room where the cauldron is, you can see there is a paladin,
Oh, great.
That's Strongheart.
clad with the sword, banging upon the cauldron. Ringelrun, Mercian, and Elkhorn are all talking with him, trying to get him to stop.
Oh, hey, Ringle runs awake.
Yeah, Zybilna woke up everybody else.
That's right.
Yeah. So were the rest of you headed that way as well at this point? After you said that you had heard Elkhorn, or are you?
Yeah, I wanna at least like poke my head out and just be like, hey, what the fuck?
Yeah. I feel like I know enough to know that they're not gonna straight up attack us, but I want to know.
I'll walk slowly just so that Anna can investigate and get back to us before we make our way fully out there. Maybe.
Yeah.
So you're kind of at the base of the staircase, like next to the room, kind of
Yeah.
listening in.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You hear what you determine to be Ringelrun. I understand your desire to seek justice, but her crimes against our people were nearly a millennia ago. She is not who she once was, and any who she might have wronged have long since vanished from our world. Alcorn, sorry, Mercian, says so. Think of who she is now, of all the stories of Zybilna and the good she has done across our world. Think of all the lives of the children saved. Have you no pride? She is a villain, and villains are to be brought to justice. This is the task of Valor's call. And Elkhorn steps forward to him. Son, this is folly. Even if it were true justice to challenge her over her crimes of a millennia past, we must face the truth. And he looks at the others of Valor's call. We could not have defeated the hags of the Hourglass Coven. We could not even defeat the League of Malevolence without help. Zybilna is far, far more powerful than any of them. She is a true archfey, far more powerful now than when the strongest warriors of our world pushed her back 1,000 years ago. Even then, they could not defeat her, but simply exile. And Strongheart begins clanging on the cauldron again.
Fucking
Has Anna come back yet?
I'm still listening.
I'll say. So I'm gonna yell that she is evil, and by my hand she will be brought to justice. I will face her alone if I must, and I will become the hero of our world. Igwil, show yourself! And he clangs on the cauldron once more. And at the name of Igwil, there is a thunderous crash of power in this room.
I'm still watching because I'm a nosy bitch.
You are literally a fly on the wall for this
Yes,
right
I
now.
I feel like since he's also a paladin, I feel like I have to interject on paladin behalf.
Yeah, you're giving us a bad name.
Basically.
So.
Oh shit! She just like appeared.
Yeah, she just appears in front of them.
Love that. Love that for her.
And you can tell there's an anger in her face and wisps of power coming off of her.
People are fucking sleeping.
Not anymore.
And she raises her staff and clashes it down to the floor, and you see an arcane bubble expand out.
Oh, that thing.
That they're all within, and you hear nothing
Silence!
after that.
Okay.
She silenced him.
Since Jeff.
So I'm far enough away that I didn't get hit by that?
No, you guys are not in the room yet, so you're not in the bubble.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought it was on literally a fly on a wall in the room.
If you're on the wall, you're outside the bubble too.
Oh.
So it's only about a 20-foot bubble. So it really only sort of encompasses the center here.
Okay.
Because I was about to make my way down there to try and talk
Yeah.
sense to the
If
paladin.
you, so I'll say if you were headed down right as
she appeared.
as this was happening,
Yeah.
I'll say you entered about that time. You see the bubble form, and it comes to sort of the edge of you, and you can tell the bubble is something you can permeate. You could walk into it
Oh.
without any harm. So let me bring you down.
Am I seeing that they're trying to talk and nothing's coming out of their mouths while in the bubble?
Yes. So. There we go. So, you are. Turn this around a little bit. So you've been coming from this doorway, which was open too, I'll say, because this is where they actually entered from, because they were also upstairs in guest quarters.
Yeah.
So you are, I'll say, about here, and the bubble is encompassing Zybilna and the other four. It brushes like your hand so that you know there's no magical resistance to it. You could enter, but to the best of your knowledge, it seems to be a wall of silence that they can speak inside, but you're not hearing past it.
Oh, they can speak inside. Gotcha.
So yeah, they're still kind of yelling at each other, it seems, from what you can see.
Okay. I will step inside.
So as you step inside, you hear Ringelrun and Elkhorn both trying to still stop Strongheart, who is accusing Zybilna of having of the crimes of his world. She, for her part, is saying, "That is no longer a name that I answer to, and I will ask you to keep it."
May I speak?
And they all turn to you for a moment. Are any of the rest of you doing anything?
I'm still just watching.
Okay.
Don't mind me, just watching.
I feel like we probably would if Ren has gone down. I feel like we probably all would have
I
gone.
feel
Yeah.
like we'd all
Yeah.
by now.
Yeah.
So
I'm
Like, hey.
Or like peek around the corner and be like, "You good, buddy?"
You woke us the fuck up. We demand justice for that. Where's our long rest, bitch?
and Dahlia. I'm gonna stick Anna just sort of like over here, kind of like half in the wall, as
Fly, Anna.
fly Anna there.
Fly, Anna, fly.
So
Anna, fly. Anna, fly.
the rest of you are still
Oh.
outside the bubble. You saw Zredek step into it, and you can see he started talking, but you can't hear what he said.
Silence. Nice.
So you said to speak. They kind of turned toward you.
I'll try and do a persuasion.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll first, or do my persuasion? What I'm going to say first.
Go ahead and do what you say.
Okay. I don't know many of you aside from Elkhorn, and it seems like most of you are trying to stop your friend here. You, I believe, are the fellow paladin, like myself, that Elkhorn has told me about. I can understand your need for justice, your want to set things...
Alpha.
Your want to set things right for you, your order, your self-conscious, your sense of righteousness. But I can attest that the woman standing before us named Zybilna, while she may have once been this Igveld, she does not appear to be that any longer. She has helped.
And as you say this name, you can see her eyes kind of dart to you for a second, but she does have a calmness that she realizes you're trying to advocate for her, but she really doesn't like hearing that name.
She helped me to uncover a blockage in my mind. She helped a friend of ours, and I look around and I see that Eric's out there, and I point to Eric to remember the name of his mother. And she is, from what I can tell, very powerful.
I wonder what he's saying.
It's up to you guys if you want to step in or not.
I sympathize with
towards
you
me, I definitely
wholeheartedly, but I implore you to please
Yeah, well,
listen
welcome with you.
to your friends and listen to reason. This quest that you are on is folly, and it will lead to your death.
Okay, go ahead and roll your persuasion.
Shit.
Oh no. Inspo?
No, I already used my.
used it.
I already used it.
Yeah.
So that's 12.
Well, okay.
It's a
Can
good
I
speech.
give him Gift of Gab?
Is Gift of Gab a recursive? Does it work after the fact, or?
It only works after.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
Oh, I guess maybe that's more so mechanically going to be up to you. But when you cast a spell, you skillfully reshape the memories of listeners in your immediate area. Say each creature of your choice within 5 feet of you forgets everything. It does say everything you said the last.
Yeah,
6
this is for
seconds.
you. Sorry, this wouldn't work for.
That's okay.
All right.
It's a good thought.
I think I might have beaten whatever role he played
Yeah.
for him, so.
So you can see that Strongheart kind of takes a step back from the cauldron, considering what you've said a little bit, and looks out to you. And Ringelrun kind of reaches toward him and is like, "This is not the way." And his shoulders slump slightly. And then he grits his teeth and turns and rushes at Zybilna.
Oh my
shit.
God.
Good luck, dude.
She just took out a Thermopylos.
You're not going to be a hero. You're going to be a martyr.
So
I mean,
he makes.
It's not even that. It's just gonna be
attack.
stupid.
What is this? Okay. So, and you can see this. He is not.
I wasn't close enough to him to where I could get like an opportunity attack to like stop him.
Not quite.
Damn.
Sorry.
What about his friend? Could his friend opportunity attack?
Yeah, everyone does sort of all move at once with this. Wait! But he lashes forward and makes an attack at Zybilna. And you all can tell just watching in this initial go, as you've picked up from your sense of working with the other members, they're not quite to your level. They're not inept.
Yeah.
You don't say.
But they are...
They're
They're
like level 7.
several levels, so to speak, beneath you. Still,
So to speak.
this is a decently strong attack from this paladin. This would be, I'll just give it to you. This would be a 20.
Dang.
And as he swings his sword, there is a clash against some power that is unseen sitting over Zybilna that deflects off of her. And Strongheart goes to raise his sword again, and Zybilna, for this, very calmly is sort of like looking and watching the rest of you.
If you want to die, by all means, keep going.
And she sees all of you and then looks toward Strongheart's compatriots, who seem like they've placed their hands to weapons, but they're not ready to draw and not ready to join him in this attack.
Strongheart charged Zybilna.
Dumbass.
Even after my
Dumbass.
It was a good
Yeah.
speech.
Yeah, it was a good speech.
It was a very good speech.
It's a very good speech.
See, I did attack, which I was saying everyone realized was basically a 20. and it deflects off of her as if there's some kind of magical field in front of her.
No shit.
A force.
One might call it a force field.
Oh my god.
And she looks at his compatriots for a second. They look like they're poised, ready to attack, but not willing to join him in this fight. And Strongheart raises his sword again, and she says, "Enough," and waves her hand. And Strongheart just drops his arms, goes completely limp, soundless, standing there stock still.
Someone fucked around is gonna find out.
And she sort of steps forward to him.
He does
I'll give
that.
you all the attention.
You came to Prismere, chasing after the League of Malevolence. You found them, fought with them, and you yourself lost a fight to Warduke.
Bitch.
That's what I forgot to say, was that she literally saved your life.
You were frozen in time. And in that time, others came and saved you. These fates have done what you could not and rid your world of the League. You will forget all mention of the name Igwilv. Oh. And end your battle with Warduke, and she reaches forward and takes his sword and puts it inside of her cloak, hidden away. Your sword was lost to the Court of Storms. You have met with the Archfey Queen, Zybilna, and with her blessing returned to your world. And I think I know Dahlia has proficiency in arcane. Is there anyone else who does? I forget.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Arcane check.
I can do. I've got +6 on
Arcana.
Did you say?
Anyone have proficiency?
Oh, no, not proficiency.
Yeah, I have proficiency. Yeah.
Okay, so the two of you roll
Roll.
for Arcana check.
Do you want to guess or something?
21.
I don't even know what that landed on.
I roll it again. It was on the side. It was
Honor the cock.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just roll it again because it was like on the side.
It was on the
Honor the
side.
cock.
It was cocked.
So,
20.
20.
Okay, 21. You both immediately recognize
Okay, jeez.
she is casting Modify Memory on him
Heyo.
and rewriting his memories and basically erasing, because it seems his compatriots have informed him of everything that's happened, including the revelation that she is Igwilv.
Yeah.
She then walks past him, leaving him just sort of stupefied and standing there for a moment, and addresses the other members of Valor's Call. The rest of you seem content to never again mention this name. And they all kind of look at each other and nod toward her. I will hold you to that agreement.
My inner shit just went Igwilv.
Brat.
Yep.
I thank you for trying to stop the League from doing what they were doing and to keep things from occurring that did, but your group failed at that, and we have all been rescued by these others. If you will keep the secret, I will return you all with him, and you are never to mention again to him any of the other names that I've been known by. And they'll kind of breathe deep for a second, and Ringworm steps forward and says, "You have my word, my lady. We will keep this secret from him and from the rest of our world. I do not believe it benefits any from Orth to know that Igwilv, the Witch Queen,
You just said it, dude.
came to Prismere." And she does tense at this name again, and he, but only now that Zybilna exists, and that is all.
But only now it's a building.
And who she say this to?
This was Ringle Run saying to her.
Okay.
And she breathes, and she raises her staff high in the air.
Roll initiative. I kid.
And the person she froze, I'm writing names down.
Strongheart.
Strongheart was the paladin.
Thank you.
He was the leader of Valor's Call. So, that. Sorry, finding that. So, staff raised on high. I wish for all members of Valor's Call currently within Prismere to be banished forever back to their home plane of Orth. And she slams the staff down, and there is a radiating blast of energy.
Elkhorn!
And Elkhorn does turn towards you just before this happens. Thank you all. And then, and they are gone.
Damn.
Elkhorn. Maybe my
Are they in
favorite.
the same world as we are? Or?
No, they're in a different world.
Yeah, they are on a different plane.
Mm-hmm. Orth.
I thought that's the world we're in.
Astarion.
Oh.
Asteria
God,
is your
I'm so
world.
sorry. I keep getting confused. I'm trying to be better about making notes.
And she kind of looks around at the rest of you.
She tell I'm a fly on the wall.
The thing is, you didn't hear most of this because being a fly on the wall, you were outside
Yep, I'm
of
just
the zone of silence. But you saw Strongheart attack her.
Mm-hmm.
You saw her wave her hand and him go limp. Her speaking to him for a moment, and then she stepped forward, spoke to them for a minute, raised her staff, slammed it down, and they all vanished.
I have no context. That's fucked.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's kind of funny.
The rest of you who were within the sphere of silence.
Mm-hmm.
It's for you.
She looks back and forth to all of you. My apologies for the disturbance. Please return to your rooms. We'll speak again in the morning on
Clang, clang,
tasks.
clang, clang.
So she does not look toward you at this point.
Does she know that I'm here?
Roll a perception check. Actually, roll an insight check. Sorry.
Mm.
Yeah, being an arch. 5.
She has not looked at you at all. You don't seem to think she knows that you're here. But you've not seen anything to give that away.
Okay.
You gonna follow
No.
her?
You would not be, because she literally like turns away,
And then
like
just-
back, like she would be walking back toward the cauldron and just vanishes.
Yeah.
No.
With a thing of lightning too, I bet. Like,
This time, it's like she just steps forward into nothing.
oh.
She just disappears.
She's just that cool.
And it's just gonna stay in flag form for just a minute.
I'll just start heading back upstairs because I want to go back to bed.
Guess so.
Yeah, so most of you head back up to.
I'll tail them just a little bit.
I think we are this direction. Yeah. There's the room. So back to the room. I'll put you guys all
Into
in
the
here in a
room.
moment.
Into the room.
Into the room.
Into the room and out of the room and home before dark.
But yes, you all traverse back up the stairs to your guest quarters. And you're free to go back to sleep, to discuss further what has occurred.
That depends. Was it the end of
It
your
was to
shift?
say, it is right at the end of the second shift, so the third would be taking on.
Well, I guess it's my ship, so I'll let you guys get back to sleep.
All right. Anyone seen Anna? Oh.
All right. So
You just like kind of like Baldur's Gate, almost kind of slime-esque, and she's
Oh. There she is. night.
I'm going to miss Elkhorn.
You didn't get to give him any peanuts before he left.
It was rather abrupt.
I thought of it. But I looked into the hole and I saw peanuts and I saw wine and I thought Elkhorn would...
It's like toss them in the air and I was like, yes!
Perhaps if we ever find ourselves on Orth, I'll have some nuts for him. But, yeah, I'm going to go to sleep and probably have nightmares of what could potentially happen to us.
I'm going to bed.
That's fine. And I have the watch.
Okay. So the rest of you lay down. Dahlia, roll a perception check for me real quick.
Nice.
Certainly will. Uh, 17.
17. Just as you're beginning to drift off, again, you hear just the faintest soon.
Fuck!
You're gonna give her nightmares now.
Don't like that.
I don't either!
What the Jesus
And
Christ
what
was that?
We're all gonna be safe. And we're all
you know
gonna have a good
You know
time.
something
Yeah.
I
What
don't
the
know?
Jesus Christ was that?
You're not sure. You've heard it twice now, but you are not sure where it's come from at this point.
Is it like
No,
a
you don't.
man or a woman's voice?
Yeah, high enough perception to hear it, not high enough to discern where it came from.
Now you know how
Is it
I
high
feel.
enough to discern the gender of the voice?
Yes, but I knew things.
It seems masculine at best.
Team's masculine, he said.
Well, yeah. No.
So
Courtney's like,
it unsettles you, but you do sort of drift off to sleep for
oh,
your.
it's not only unsettling Dahlia, it's unsettling Allison. I don't like it.
So,
Okay. I will check that.
Zredek and Anna, would you go ahead and roll your perceptions for me first?
Can I just give her advantage because I think
Sure.
she's got a better.
Absolutely.
Question: are we gonna know what that voice is before?
You might.
Christ. 13.
Maybe I should have rolled.
13.
I don't know why it's shit all of a sudden.
Okay. So. Yeah. So you begin your watch.
Seems you and I are not that different after all.
Yep. Very true. Have you made a decision? I'm sure whatever it is, it's the right one.
Won't feel like it. At least while I'm there.
Probably doesn't mean much, but I'm sure all of us here are with you in spirit.
Yeah.
If you need time to meditate or anything, or just gather your thoughts, I understand.
I want to let you know what happened outside of the palace wasn't entirely malicious. I thought you were actually trying to end me. And given your strengths and your power, I didn't want to underestimate it. If we were going to get in a full-fledged fight, I needed to make sure it needed to end quick.
I understand. I acted in anger, and who knows how hard I could have hit you given the anger.
It wasn't personal.
I understand. But we're both better for it.
I felt better until now.
I also don't feel good. I have a lot to struggle with going forward, but the good thing is we're all here for each other. I know you thought Veers was the only one you could confide in, but even though you've only known them for a short time, me shorter, there's something about being in the thick of it that...
Sorry.
I thought it.
I'm just gonna shut up now.
I'm sorry. It's Tourette's for me. Keep going.
Musical Tourette's.
I'm fucking sick of
He
it.
just kind of trails off.
Did you feel any pain while reliving that memory?
It was more like the blockage was trying to stop me from it, and in doing so hurt me. But I continued on even if I knew it would end me. Don't know if that helps you or not.
Well, see. Won't be long now. That hag better keep her end of the bargain.
Having gone through what I have a good feeling that she will.
She's not entirely good, you know.
Oh, I know. The outburst below proves that she was once not what she is now. And even now, it seems that she's very quick to anger. But at least she doesn't murder offhandedly. She could have killed that man that attacked her, but she didn't. She wiped his memory and sent them all home. It's better than most.
I wonder what it would take for her to snap. People can't stay entirely good all the time.
I mean, she did separate her bad wants and needs and put them in those treasure boxes. I mean, it's possible those kind of things could grow back. I'm not the most trained in that kind of magic or arcana, but things grow back. You would think that maybe that could too, but I would think it would take something big like Dahlia dying or something to force that. I'm not saying she should kill you. You're her daughter. Woof. The death of a loved one, which I have experienced.
I'm just saying.
Don't give the psycho ideas.
You trying to get my character killed?
We're developing a rapport here, okay?
At the expense of my life.
If anything should happen while I'm reliving, make sure I'm out before it gets worse.
You got it.
That's all she's gonna say.
As your watch comes to an end, no other sounds or disturbances occur during the night. In the morning, you all having achieved your long rest.
Yay!
Okay.
Thank Christ for that.
Long rest.
Take it. Take it.
And you collect yourselves and all of your things and return down to the ballroom area to face the tasks of the next day. That's where we'll end tonight.
No! Brandon!
If anything, we got to do her stuff next time.
Yep.
More trauma.
So
I
much
swear
about
to
one.
God, if I'm gonna hear soup one more time.
Just as we're about to go to bed, I just
Looks like you're sleeping on the
I
couch.
was just gonna say that!
Not you are sleeping on the couch. I won't even. I'll be like, what?
I'll just be like, Brandon told me to do it.
No, I will